That's a very important point. But Mr. Bombande, there's also the question about geopolitics of this, right? And I want to go to the implications of where we are pitching our tent. Yesterday, in the same chair you seated currently, was the Israeli ambassador who was here to grant an interview on the subject. And they were disappointed that when it came to voting to call out Iran, just, I believe, on Thursday before the first missiles went into Iran, to indeed adopt the resolution that said Iran had violated its obligations under the disarmament, that we chose to abstain, right? And many African countries abstained too. Burkina Faso voted with Russia and China on that question. In fact, the ambassador actually was so bold to assert that Ghana should reconsider non-aligned position on this matter going forward, because we know, but before this war ends, we'll be called again to sort of take a position. And we coincidentally chair the IAEA, the UN, nuclear watchdog, currently Ghana. What's your own assessment of the implications of that? We'll come to the economy pretty shortly, but that is an important point too that we need to consider as a country, but also as a continent.
No, thank you so much. Well, first of all, without detailed comments on the ambassador's observations, we cannot run away from the fact that it underscores their sense of entitlement to the extent that they have become very sophisticated in orchestrating how, as an aggressor, they are always the victim. And everybody must see it the way they see it, but they are not prepared to see it the other way around. But without going into those in detail, our abstention, I will relate to our historical antecedents of positive neutrality. And we talk about that without expatiating. Basically, the antecedents of our foreign policy is that when there is a global crisis such as the one we have, Ghana wants to mediate and be an intermediary, because we understood right at our independence that when there is instability globally, it directly impacts on our capacity to attain our vision of economic development. We are a developing country, and so too much of Africa. And so you do not want the destabilization of various aspects of our global landscape that now puts the type of pressure and weight on our capacity to pursue our vision. You were making those observations with my good brother here before we started the program, that we are coming out of a situation in which the economists will tell you we are beginning to look on the brighter side of our economy coming back. The downgrading of some of our indicators are being upgraded. The last thing we need is the type of instability that now draws us back to where we came from, that we do not want to be.
And the last